Welcome to this webisode on baptism. It is a continuation of yesterday's explanation of the sacraments of baptism, the gateway of the other sacraments of the faith. By the way, the word sacrament is one of the English renditions of the Greek word mysterion, transcribed in English alphabet mysterion. Mysterion in Greek was rendered into English by two words. The first is sacrament and the second is mystery. The sacrament stands for the visible signs, visible symbols. And the invisible is rendered by the English word mystery. So sacramentum, the visible sign, the visible element, and the mysterium, mystery, the invisible. And this is what I called yesterday as mystagogy of the sacrament, of the celebration. Mystagogy, we see the signs, the symbols used, and the mystery, we understand the meaning, the significance of the signs and symbols used, and they lead us to the invisible, which is Christ. So let's continue taking a look at the mystagogy of the celebration of baptism. Yesterday we started explaining, giving the signs, the symbols, and the meaning of the signs and the symbols that lead us to Christ, who is the content of the mystery. So the first is the sign of the cross on the forehead. The priest does that, and then the parents and the godparents and all those who participate in the celebration of baptism. So what is the meaning of the signing with the sign of the cross on the forehead? This marks the imprint of Christ on the person signed with the cross, and it means the person belongs to Christ. And it also signifies the grace of the redemption Christ won by his death on the cross. So that's the meaning. And therefore, from the sign of the cross to Christ, who possesses this person, who owns this person, and who now avails of the grace of redemption won by the cross of Christ. So that's the first symbol, the sign of the cross, the signing with the sign of the cross, and the meaning. This baptized person belongs to Christ, and he now avails of the redemption won by Christ for him through his cross. Then after that follows the proclamation of the Word of God. The proclamation of the Word of God like any other word that is proclaimed, enlightens the assembly, and especially the candidate or candidates if there are many, with the revealed truths, and elicits response of faith. It elicits the response of faith, which is inseparable from baptism. Because after all, baptism is the sacrament of faith in a particular way, since it is the sacramental entry into the life of faith. So that's the purpose of the proclamation of the word. And as I said yesterday, please, reverend celebrants and ministers of the sacrament,